Do you know how many tigers check up on you secretly and how they might name and shame you by doing so? I will tell you in this video.
Is your diamond green with the most fantastic girl you've ever seen? You can describe the scene. It's better said to waste you've never been before.
Hi, how you doing? If you're new to this channel, I'm George Tai Tai and you're on MyThai24. Here you get insights about Thailand like nowhere else. Let's jump right into it. Okay, this video is about how many tigers check up on you. Not only while they are dating you, but also even before they start dating you. They just know you new from the internet, or when you are their boyfriend or even husband. Like checking up on someone is kind of normal to a certain extent, right? And when it comes to dating, there are people who are straight and honest right from the beginning, and others are not. And some people date one at a time, and some others two or more at a time. People know about this, and therefore there's a lot of mistrust also going on. And therefore some people tend to want to check up other people on the internet and just want to check whether they are legit or not, or whether it's true what they're saying. It's kind of understandable. It happens in many places of the world all over. As most of you know, there are quite simple methods of check someone up when you meet someone new on the internet. Just exchange your social media like Instagram, Facebook. Then to check their Facebook and Instagram sites. It's quite easy to see whether this person is real or not, or what the person is doing, how many friends he, she has, and so many other things. And then you can call and video call your counterpart, and you see whether the person picks up or not, and if that person never picks up. And you can be quite sure that there's something weird going on, or something dishonest, or there are some secrets. Or if it's maybe perhaps even a scammer. So these are quite simple and very common methods of how to check up on someone. But in Thailand there's one more method of how some Thai ladies who are interested in foreign men check up on them. They check up on them in secret Facebook groups. How do they check up on them there? They take images and screenshots of chats and talks which they had with them online, and post them in these groups together with name and other details like age and region, city, country. And they ask questions. Does anybody know this guy? Is anybody else dating this guy? Does he have a girlfriend or a wife? Is he real? And things like this. Now just a disclaimer, of course, not all Thai girls who date foreign men are in these groups. I'm quite sure most of them are not. But still there's a significant number of girls who are in these groups, as you will see later. I have prepared footage and screenshots about these Facebook groups. Of course, due to privacy issues, I have blurred out faces and profile images and also names. Okay, let's start with it. Here we are on Facebook. Now I show you how I found these kind of groups. It's quite easy. I just went to the search field, typed in check Phalang, which means check up on Phalangs. Clicked enter, went down to groups just to make sure that we only have groups on the right side. And then here they come up, like quite a few of these groups, and they're also quite large. Here you see 34,000 members, here 42,000 members, 14,000, 25,000 members. Here the first one is called Check Phalang, Word Phalang, Shareและเสือกไปกับสายฝรั่ง. It's clearly about checking up on Phalangs. Not only this, also a little bit about showing off and about revealing stories about Phalangs. Next one is also clearly about checking up on Phalangs. Not only this, also about warning about Phalangs. And here this one is also clearly about checking up on Phalangs. So there are quite a few groups. The size of them is quite large. Yeah. So I entered some of these groups, made a couple of screenshots for you. I will show you them in a moment. Yeah, just let's start and jump right into it. Here the first group is this one. Actually, it's not really clear in the name of the group that it's about checking up on foreign men, because it's here, it's called, translated into English, like Hunt Young Falang Share Experience. Also quite large, this group, 14,000.7. And it's a private group, like all of these groups are private and usually only for Thai ladies, of course, not for men. Even though it's not clear in the name of the group that it's about checking up on Falangs, there are a lot of checkups going on in this group. Just here an example. This lady is checking up on this guy. Quite a few images of this guy. And then she is saying here, "ฝากเช็คคะเช็คว่ามีท่านใดเคยคุยไหมคะหรือกำลังคุยอยู่" She's just asking whether anybody has talked to that guy before or is still talking to him, has stated or stating with that guy. She's providing personal data like the name, the occupation and the age and so on, a region, city, country. One example, and this is not the only example of this group. There are quite a few. Here's also another one. I want to go into detail with that one. And here we have another group, which is about checking up on Phalanx. I just have translated it for you. The name of the group: Show Off, Check, Warn, Share News, Share Experience, Phalang Partner International. Also quite large, 14.6 thousand members, private group too. Here show you some examples. Here this is an example of a girl who is checking up on her own boyfriend. "Please allow me to check my own boyfriend. Is there anybody who has chatted, dated with him before? His name is blah blah blah. He's from the US. We meet on Tinder. Is there anybody who has talked to him before?" Okay, she's checking up on her own boyfriend. Next one is this group. This group is actually about checking up on Middle Eastern looking men. I could not enter this group, so I do not have any more screenshots. Also quite large, 18.4 thousand members. Next group is this one. This group, I've translated this for you into English too. It's likeแชร์ฝรั่งเร็วแชร์ประสบการณ์สายฝรั่งอวดแฟนฝรั่ง means like reveal evil Phalanx, share experience with Phalanx, show off Phalang partners. Really large group, 25,000 members, of course also private. This is also clearly about checking up and about revealing things about foreigners. Here we have a few examples. I will pick a few. Here this one, there's a lady like checking up on this guy. ขออนุญาตนะคะฝากเช็คมีใครรู้จักหรือคุยอยู่หรือเปล่าคะ So she asked for permission to check on this guy. Does anybody know him, or is anybody talking or dating with him? She's providing personal data about this guy, his name and his region. He's from America, his age 27. He's an engineer. He's living in Pattaya since 3 years, and so on. Another example is this one. Here I've translated it for you. Also clear checkup. His name is blah blah blah. He's 40 years old. From America, teacher, lives in Sukhumvit Soy, blah blah blah. We meet on this Saturday. Does he already have an owner, partner? Was a clear checkup. And here we go to the next one. This group is also clearly about checking up on foreigners. เช็คเตือนภัยถูกแขกฝรั่งหลอกทุกทวีปทั่วโลก Check warned cheated by Kek. Kek is like the Thai word which they use for Middle Eastern looking men, and Phalang on all continents in the world, on the whole world. Very large group. And also private, of course. Here look, 42,000 members in this group. Here, let's pick one example, a rather funny kind of, then humorous one. The lady is asking about this guy. Whose husband is this? Please collect him. Comes over to visit me all the time. Konto blah 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 is at Shitlom. Okay, and then of course they also answer in a funny way. Yeah, this one for example, ha 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 ha. Actually, the number 5 in Thai is pronounced ha, which is like laughing, right? Therefore they write here 555. It actually means just in Thai ha 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 ha. So they use this as a replacement for laughing. So เคยไปนอนกับนางนะแต่ไม่เย means actually she has slept with him before, but she has not had sex with him before. Yeah, and so on. Should be kind of funny. They're laughing around. As you can see, they're having their fun here. Okay, let's go to the last one. Here, this last group. It's also เช็คฝรั่งอวดฝรั่ง แชร์และเสือกไปกับสายฝรั่ง Translated into English, เช็คฝรั่ง show off ฝรั่ง reveal and butt off, intrude with others who like ฝรั่ง Also really large group, 34.7 thousand members, private of course. Let's also check one, translated this one for you too. Please check. This man's name is blah blah blah, 36 years, would like to know the status of him. If anybody knows, please let me know. If he has an owner, partner, please tell me and I will leave or will pass or go. Here, quite a few comments. One of them here at the beginning, it's like saying เคยคุย เคย date แต่ยังไม่เคยเอา It means like she has talked to him before, dated him before, but had not have sex with him before. Blah blah blah. And here, like, there's another one. Here, this lady is saying like a friend of her was talking to that guy, and she also saw that guy like going up in the condo somewhere. Was going up together with a girl in a condo somewhere located at Ornut, BTS Ornut. Okay, as you can see, there's also clearly a check-up, and yeah, I think this is enough to get an impression what's going on in these groups. Okay. Okay, what do you think about it? Just let me know in the comment section. If the information you got is valuable and interesting for you, please thumbs up. Thank you. If you ask me what I think about these groups, honestly, firstly, I think they're not necessary at all because there are other much more efficient, effective methods of how to check up on someone. Firstly, you just check their social media, and secondly, you can just call them or video call them. You find out quite easily whether the other person is honest with you or not, or whether he is real or not. Do not need to check them up in groups like this. Besides that, I also think it's extremely disrespectful, and also it violates the privacy of other people to post them in groups like this with images and names and other private details of them. By the way, I have many other awesome videos coming up soon, so please click subscribe and make sure you don't miss any of them. Okay, thank you very much for watching, and I catch you on the next one. Bye.